part two of the 10-minute 3-part series training. So I've talked about keywords before and the importance of creating content and what SEO is in part one. And now we're just going to look a little bit about how we can research keywords and potentially how to implement some of them on our website. Without content, it's nothing really. So this is me, Craig Webb, web marketing, SEO training, SEO done for you, website hosting, website building, that sort of thing. Now, I remember on part one, we talked about a little website called HomeEV. I showed it to you on my UberSuggest account, and it didn't have any statistics, no visits, any natural listing at all, because it's a brand new website. It's got 3 keywords somewhere in the top 100. So basically, it was getting nothing. So I'm going to show you how to start building some content and researching what we're going to build content around on our website. So I did a little Google search. I think it was service departments in Liverpool, I think. Let's have a look. It was service department Liverpool. I've even spelt it wrong. So we'll whip past the sponsored, we'll whip past the maps. That's a national company, that's booking.com. And this one was the first natural listing I came to, which I thought ranked really well, that search query. And the reason I chose that search query is because it's a similar search query to what we would like on HomeV, because they have properties in Liverpool, service departments. So I was trying to find something or another business that offered a similar or same thing to me in the same area. If you can't find it in the same area, you find someone that's offering a similar thing to your niche and your target audience in a different town or location. We can always change the location keywords later. So let's have a little look. Why do we think this website's ranking? So I typed into Google, didn't I, service departments in Liverpool, and right there at the top of the header, service departments in Liverpool. It says it. Scroll down a little bit further. Our locations in Liverpool and Chester. We have address Chester, Liverpool on here. Our Liverpool locations, we're using the keyword again. So in actual fact, that's quite a thin page, I would say. So it ranks very well considering it is. But we've got the address embedded here. We've got business registration details here. Again, puts us in Liverpool. And the 3 properties all obviously say Liverpool. So some information that gives us clues about being in Liverpool. As well, I think I saw a local landline numbers help with ranking as well. So all these things add up. Now, if we look at UberSuggest, the tool I showed you before, it will tell us a little bit about this website. So I've actually put into the keyword ideas the website address there, and it tells us all the different keywords that this website ranks for. Now, some of these numbers, you look at it, these 90,000 hits a month, sounds very enticing, but it's going to be very difficult to actually rank on something. And we have to look as well at, is it relative to our business? Is it pertaining to us? So we need to look through some keywords that this business ranks for, that is also pertains to us, that has a decent volume of hits, and in the search difficulty column is not too high. The lower the number, the better. So if it's in green, it's okay. So for example, service departments, Liverpool. This sort of keyword, apartment to rent, if you're looking for service accommodation, that's where the service accommodation sector crosses over into a grey area of like social housing or renting your house, maybe rent to rent. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they're looking for service accommodation. So it could just be they're looking for an apartment. So that's not really something we're looking for. But if we search further down, service department, 6,500 hits a month. So that's what the kind of keywords we're looking for. And we should be copying and pasting these keywords into a spreadsheet and looking at different terms that mean the same thing. And we can build content around it using one key phrase as our money keyword, such as service department Liverpool. So let's say that is our one thing, and we can then start talking about service accommodation, apart hotels, accommodation, apartment near the university, apartment near the football ground. So we're building content around our subject matter to help improve our ranking. Now, these guys, I guess they've probably got a load of backlinks and possibly done ads as well to get themselves at the top there. Backlinks are really important. We'll come on to that on lesson 3. So UberSuggest is first port of call for looking for keywords. And what you can do is add into here. So go to the keyword research, search by website, put the website in, choose your country, US, UK, wherever, and click on search. Then it will bring up the results. Export the CSV file. Now I've got the pro version. It's going to give me a lot of results. You'll probably only get 30, 40, 50. I'm not sure on the free version. It will give you enough. Export it to CSV. Then you've got a copy there in like an Excel sheet that you can use and copy and paste the words from there and use them within the content of your website. So that's just one way of searching. Another way of searching is just to go to Google. Just start typing in service department Liverpool. And Google gives us other ideas. So if we scroll down a little bit further, we're going to see service department Liverpool city centre, luxury service department Liverpool rent cheap, studio, long term. Yeah. So it's giving us all the ideas within Google. So that's another way of copy and pasting those keywords, putting them into our Excel sheet and building out all this content that we're looking for. Content building around that central word and what we're aiming to achieve. Another really good tool to search for keywords is Google Ads. Now, you can just create a Google Ads account and go to their keyword planner. If you already have a Google Ads account, this is dead easy. If you haven't, set up a Google Ads account, skip past setting up the initial ad and go to the keyword planner. So type in some keywords in this box. So I've put in service accommodation, short-term rental Liverpool, pet-free accommodation Liverpool, service apartment Liverpool. Then I've added this website URL into here and click on get results. Now it's going to give us a load of ideas and tell us, just close that because it gives you a bit more space. It tells us all the different search terms relating to it. Yeah, and it tells us roughly, it's very approximate in here, 1 to 10,000. And it tells us what they're typing in. You can expand these columns here, look. And this is Google Ads, so it knows what people are clicking on. You can get some clues here by how much it costs if you're going to bid on it. That's how much it will cost for one person to click on your ad. And it gives you all these different keyword ideas. So you can select them all, you can copy them, you can export them, again, put them in a CSV file and get all these ideas for creating blogs and web page and expanding on your content. So once you've done that and transferred them all across to your Excel spreadsheet, you can go back to your website. Now I'm in the back end now of the Home V website. And if we look at the page title here, it's make yourself at home, short lets and serviced accommodation. So make yourself at home is the H1, H1 being the one most important title. You're only allowed one H1 page and it needs to be a 3 to 5 keyword phrase. Now, how many of you think that people are actually searching by the search term make yourself at home when they're looking for accommodation? Probably not many. So this needs to be something like serviced apartments in Liverpool. And this is more like a tagline. Yeah, it reads nicely, but it's a tagline. So underneath here it says span, so it's not a title. Short lets and service accommodation. I would actually have that as the city name, Liverpool, Leeds, Birmingham, for example, as our H1, and this as our span, just to span across the page, just as a tagline, because the important bit is service accommodation Liverpool. Yeah. And then we start adding more content. Welcome to Homevie. The perfect place to find rest. Where? Where are you finding rest? Where do you provide accommodation? So every time we find a text box, it's an opportunity to now start adding in our keywords. Now, caveat at this point, we don't just want to stuff the page full of keywords. We want to use different keywords. It's called latent semantic indexing or semantically similar. So in the English language, semantically similar, it means it's kind of a different word, but means the same thing. So if I said trainer, do I mean a personal trainer or my running shoes? So by adding content around the subject, we can be much clearer about what we mean. So we're not trying to stuff it full of keywords. We're trying to talk around the subject of the keywords or link to the keyword so Google really understands what I'm talking about. If I talk about apples or I say apple, am I looking for a phone or am I looking for a Granny Smith? Well, Google doesn't really know. So it wants extra content around that. If you're talking about the iPhone, you're talking about contracts, hardware, software, apps, etc. If you're talking about the fruit, you're talking about the trees, when to pick them, the recipes, apple diseases, and all other content around apples. Yeah, it stands to reason. So now we want to talk about all different reasons for people needing your accommodation in your area. And that's why we're adding the content to the page. Our properties, where are the properties? Our properties in Liverpool, that's a H2, a subheading. Yeah. Handpicked selection of quality places, quality accommodation, quality service apartments. Yeah, every time you see text, look for a way of improving it. Again, with your apartment names, they're done in a different page. What we offer, does it say anything really? What our accommodation offers? Our luxurious service accommodation? Yeah, that sort of thing. Every time there is a more opportunity to add keywords and expand on it. Fully furnished accommodation. So all of our properties, where are the properties? Add the keywords. Yeah. So you can see already this page already has more content than the web page that ranks second or third on Google. So if we can get this content right, it's already got reviews, it's a longer page, it's much deeper content, there's an FAQ section. Yeah, let's expand on the FAQs, lots more questions and answers in there, talking about the subject, and then you have a chance of outranking the other place. So that's what keyword research is. It is quite quick. I know I've rattled through it. Part 3, I'll be talking a little bit about backlinks and what links are and how to build your authority on a web page to really boost your ranking. All right, see you in the next video. Love to see you there.